She starred in this summer's Child's Play movie, but Carlease Burke has had a long, long career. In fact, it's been quite exextraordinary. She's here with me now. Carlease, nice to have you here.
Hi, nice to see you again.
You know, I've seen you many, many times on many films. And I always wondered, how did you get your name? What were your parents thinking?
I wish I knew.
Carlease. It's spelled just like a Carlease.
It's spelled like spelled like a lease on a car. I've been asking my mother for as long as I've been alive. She won't tell me. She refuses to tell me, so I make up jokes about it.
Yeah?
Like I was named after my aunt Carlone, who was married to my uncle Can't Pay. And they had a dog named Carpet.
Oh my gosh.
And my cousin was also in show business. Her name is Cartoon. And then there's the black sheep of the family. His name is Carjack.
There you go.
And scene.
And you live next door to me, Repossess. Oh! But it's Carlos, Carlease.
Yes.
I mean, you know, I was named after my grandfather, so that's, you know, that was an easy thing.
Yeah, but you've got a story, a real story.
Yeah, well, so do you. It's an interesting story once you get there.
Right.
So you came out here, like so many people do, to Los Angeles.
Yes.
To find your way, and you were doing not necessarily Hollywood stuff, but tell me how you decided that you were going to become an actress.
It was what I've wanted to do my entire life.
Really? Since you were little?
Since I was a little girl, but my parents weren't having it. They were like, oh no, and all the way up until high school. I wanted to go to performing arts high school. My mother says no. Then I go to college, and I'm like, well, I'm grown now, and I'm going to do what I want to do. She's like, I'm not paying your tuition so you can learn how to sing and dance.
Wow.
And so I snuck in a creative class every semester until I graduated with my BA in pre-law. And then I was like, that's it. I still have the bug, and I need to know if this is what I'm supposed to do in life.
So the pre-law helps you with your agents. Right? Yeah.
Yeah,
You can read a contract and understand it. Well, that's kind of an advantage, but isn't it interesting how our parents want to guide us in a certain direction?
Yeah.
Couldn't they see the personality that you had, the natural ability that you have to communicate with people?
One would think.
Yeah.
But you know, it's funny, now that I have some success and people make a big fuss over me or about me to my mother, she's like, well, you know, she always had that thing. She's always been very funny. Let me tell you the time of da-da-da, and I'm like, wow. Okay, Ma. Like, you couldn't have supported me along the way. But she was, I'm sure, being safe and protective.
Sure.
She comes from a different generation, obviously. And she wanted the best for me. She wanted me to be safe and secure and, get a 9-to-5 job, have some benefits.
Right.
But they don't realize that in this industry, you can have all of that. You can have benefits and work.
Yeah, and you've worked really, I mean, you've done everything. And tell me a bit about your soap experience, because I think soap actors are kind of like newscasters. We have to show up every day and do our job, except we read scripts about news, you read scripts about your storyline.
Exactly.
Tell me what that's like.
It's interesting because you get like 5 scripts at a time. You get the whole week's worth of scripts at a time.
That's a lot of work.
It is, and of course you can only do day by day and scene by scene. So on soap operas, and you never see this, there will be sides, and sides are the pages and the dialogue, for those that may not know, under pillows, on clipboards, hidden in the most interesting places on set.
That's
because
funny.
You have to learn a lot in a very quick amount of time.
I could never do that.
You couldn't?
No, I'm terrible. I can't memorize. No.
Well, they also had cue cards back in the day. Now, I haven't done a soap in a long time, but I have a very dear friend. He and I worked in the game show industry together, and I went on to do acting, and he went on to become one of the best cue card people in town.
Oh, wow.
So they do have cue cards as well in soaps.
Can I let you in a little secret?
Yes.
I always wanted to be Victor.
Victor, oh my
Because Victor had this quality, the mustache, the look, the voice.
Yes. Oh, Victor Newman.
Yes, Victor.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah. Eric is his first.
Eric Braeden.
Yes, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to say the right. Yeah, no, he's and he's no joke. He takes his work very seriously.
Oh, yes, he takes everything very seriously.
Everything.
I know Eric.
Okay, there you go.
Eric,
I was afraid of him for a very long time.
That's hilarious. And then, so you go from audition to audition as in your early career, trying to find the thing that would identify you, and you started getting on roles of nurses and librarians and things like that.
You know what? I don't believe I've ever played a librarian, but I have played teachers.
Okay.
I've played a sign language, not sign language. I played a principal in a deaf school on Switched at Birth, and that was one of my favorite jobs because my mom, she's still trying to protect me as I'm forging my way through acting, and she's like, you need a plan B, and I'm like, Plan B? What would that be? So I took up sign language. I got a degree.
Wow.
Hated being a sign language interpreter, but it helped me get work with Marlee Matlin in a movie of the week. And I did maybe 10 episodes of Switched at Birth, where I was the principal of a deaf school.
Isn't that terrific? That is
Because
amazing.
I
What
can
dedication.
sign.
Well, yeah, that is absolutely beautiful. Your favorite all-time gig of all so far?
Gosh. Ooh, well, coming off the heels of Child's Play, that was very exciting because I got to do some things as an actress that I've never done before. And it was my largest movie role to date, my supporting role in Child's Play. I was also a series regular on a show called Crowded by NBC, and I got to play Stacy Keach's wife, and that was
I remember that. Yes, I did remember that.
That was very exciting. And the whole team, Suzanne Martin and Hazy Mills Productions, and all of them, I've worked with them before, and I've always wanted to work with them. So that was a joy. That was my first series. Shameless, I loved my character. A lot of people remember Roberta Bobb on Shameless. And then I cannot end the list without talking about what a joy it was to work with Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks in The Terminal. That was very exciting.
Yeah, that was a really interesting movie. I really found it very interesting. But how cool to get to work with those kind of iconic people in Hollywood.
Exactly.
Well, Carlease, hopefully someday you'll own a car.
Yeah, I'm
Not
working
lease.
on it.
No more leasing.
No more leasing, Carlos.
So great to have you here. Continued
Thank
success to you, and come back and visit us again, okay?
I sure will.
Love those earrings, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
We'll be back.